My Bitcoin target was exactly reached, 93.5k. This is my next target, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. I am a Bitcoin original. You can buy these shirts in our shop. In today's short video, I will really keep it short. A short news item, 3 amazing charts, inspirational quote, bam, that will be the end. Let's jump into that news item first. Bam. The news for today is that we, as the Bitcoin family, were the news yesterday again in the Netherlands, when Bitcoin surpassed 90k all the way up to 93k US dollar per Bitcoin. Of course, the newspapers and of course the radio start to call again. Yesterday I had a couple of interviews. One of those was RTL News, which is one of the biggest news platforms of the Netherlands. A beautiful article about how we are doing, what we are doing, how we live our life still with Bitcoin, etc. And later that evening I had a radio interview on Radio 538, so we were in the news again. Now, the thing I want to talk about today in this news part is, why do they only call us when Bitcoin goes up massively? Why do they never call us when we are in a bear market bottom? Because that's the moment I'm also making YouTube videos and telling everyone, please buy Bitcoin now, because before you know it, we will go all the way up to 50k, 60k, 90k again, or maybe even above 100k, and we were at that moment at 16k. They never call during those bear market bottoms. What is the reason for them to never call me? Because my predictions have always been right, so they should have made a beautiful article. Guys, now he is calling you all to buy Bitcoin, as we will explode to new all-time highs very soon. But we were in the news, and that's also very positive. That also means that retail is stepping in. This means every time we as a family get into the news, it's kind of a top signal in the short term. That's like, wow, now Bitcoin is that high, now we really need to get them in the news again. And that for me is always a signal like, okay, 93 to 94k was exactly the top in the short term. We could have a small correction and then again go above 100k in the next couple of months. Let's see. My target was 94k before Christmas, then a dip, could be 20% dip, even all the way into the 70k area again, before we take off again to make a new all-time high above 100k. Could I be completely wrong? Yes, I could. Because of course, if the market is shifting and not being the same as the last 8 to 12 years I've been into this industry, then because of the BlackRocks and all the institutional investors, maybe there will be a little bit less selling pressure, which could lead to us already going above 100k before Christmas. In the end, does it really matter? That's the most important question. Now, I will take the chance now for 1 minute to tell you again, it doesn't matter. Bitcoin is gonna go to 120 to 160k, in my honest opinion, during the bull market peak in 2025. I am a very, very, very conservative person. If you would ask other people like Plan B or many other intelligent investors, they all have targets above 200,000 US dollar per Bitcoin, even up to 500,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. And if you zoom out to 2032 or 2036 or 2040, there's even targets of $1 million to Bitcoin to $10 million per Bitcoin. So if you ask me every time, should I buy now at 93 or at 90 or at 80 or at 70, I would recommend to keep buying Bitcoin, adding to your portfolio, because that is better to hold than all your fiat shitcoins. They are losing purchasing power. Bitcoin is winning purchasing power. And when we come near the top, that is the moment you start to sell all your Bitcoins. And I believe the top would be around 160k. So you could even be buying Bitcoin at 100k, 110, 120, 130. And then when the top is in and we come down again, you can start to sell again. You still have a massive profits then on all the investments that you put in now. You can still easily double your capital, in my opinion, from this level. So yes, for me, buying Bitcoin is always better than buying shitcoins. And if you sell your Bitcoins, you're buying shitcoins like the euro and dollar. Shitcoins for me are the euro and dollar. All the other cryptocurrencies are altcoins. The only shitcoins with no fundamentals and being centralized control are fiat currencies, guys. So for me, yes, keep buying. But I will show you a little bit better now on the charts. That was the news for today. The first chart for today, guys, is this 4-hour chart. Amazing chart, guys. A beautiful run over here from that buy signal also. We are topping out at 93,300, like $400. That's a beautiful target. I told you guys 49K or 94K, sorry, was my target, not 49K, 94K. Yeah, we reached my target. What now? Can we drop from this level? Yes, we definitely can. We can see on the 4-hour chart even a sell signal. Normally we wait till the candle closes down below the yellow stepping line, and then the blue line needs to be down below the white line, and here needs to be blue and yellow. Still no blue and yellow. The blue line is down below the white line. We are at a high level of 78, so we can drop tremendously with the white line, and the blue line 70 can even drop to 29, as we can see a certain time ago over there. That's the level that we go when we are like retracing, pulling back. So that is what is happening now. The white line starts to curl down, less bullish. We see the volume retracing. If the candle will close down below the stepping line, I expect a pullback first to 86K and then even to this area over there again to 76K could happen, guys, and that would still not be the end of the bull market. That would beautifully be a run all the way to almost 100K, a pullback of like almost 20% to around those 70K levels. That is still a beautiful structure being created for the next run in 2025, all the way up above 100K and beyond, guys. Does it mean we can't continue this bullish move? Yes, we can. If we stay bullish like this and all the news stays bullish and all the investors keep investing and all the countries keep buying and all the presidents keep announcing they will support Bitcoin, we could do this also already quicker. We could break 100K very soon. And if we break 100K, that's normally like a psychological selling level where everyone is like, ah, it's 100K, I'm going to sell, take profit. But if we break that one, then the sky is the limit. Then guy could go really quickly to 110, 120, guys. But let's see. I prefer for Bitcoin to go sideways now for 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 10 days of sideways movements, like 85 to 95, 85 to 95. Like this area should become then the new support area. So here, 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 something like that would be beautiful in the pattern. That would be like giving all the alts the opportunity to keep running now and go up as well, like just like Bitcoin did. It gives all the Bitcoin investors some time to breathe. And then after that again, we will see the same. We will break out, retest, bam, go up like that. Something like that, guys, is going to happen, and probably before the end of this year. On the day chart, we can see that I told you a certain time ago to buy. And why? I told you at that green box to buy, and I told you why. I said to you guys, look to the RSI. We had a very low RSI here on the bottom, and then we made a higher low on the RSI over there, and that is when we had a huge wick into this support area, and I told you in the circle, this is where I would buy Bitcoin because we are soon going to explode. And I compared it, of course, to the previous times of this box over there and many other boxes, so that you could see, hey, this doesn't happen very often. And whenever that happens, these boxes and these golden crosses, that are the moments we should add to the portfolio. Golden cross and a box, huge move. Here again, a box, a golden cross, huge move. So yes, in the daily, we already predicted a long time ago that this was going to happen. Beginning of August, we said, this is gonna happen again, guys. Now, if we look also at the VIP community, I call some altcoins there now and then as well. Some take a little bit longer, some take a little bit shorter. I told people to buy SUI. I did a fundamental analysis about SUI, and I told them to buy here on the 3rd of November. I have all those screenshots. You can check the Telegram group. I bought myself at that moment as well. I added a bag of SUI on the 3rd of November. It doubled in price. We bought around $1.80, we are now at $3.37. That's a shitload of profits for all the Didi BamBam.me members because of following my buy signal of SUI. We are giving out spot buying levels every day on a daily basis in the Didi BamBam signals group. If you want to become part of the VIPs, then join us at didibambam.me or find our Telegram group and you will get more information how you can get these calls more often and you will be making profits, guys. Now, Bitcoin, amazing. Yesterday evening, Bitcoin popped its head above Saudi Aramco. We came above it in market cap. Now, because we fell down to the 90K level, we are down below it again, but just a little bit. But yesterday we popped our head above it and then we started a hunt for Alphabet Google. We will break the Google market cap in this bull market. Bitcoin will become bigger than Google. Maybe even bigger than Amazon, and maybe even, if we are very lucky, bigger than Microsoft and Apple. Of course, gold, that's still a long trip to that, but maybe in the next 2 other bull markets we will also surpass gold, guys. Look how big Bitcoin is. Bigger than silver, bigger than Facebook, bigger than Tesla, bigger than Berkshire Hathaway, the guy that hates Bitcoin and doesn't understand how to invest anymore in this century. He was one of the best investors in the past, but now, he lost track because he didn't understand Bitcoin. But bigger than all of these companies, Walmart, JP Morgan Chase, Visa, ExxonMobil, guys, MasterCard, all of that what you see over here, Bitcoin is bigger than Netflix, all of those guys. It's the top 8 assets by market cap of the world. Now, one more chart, I will promise to keep it short, is this one over, guys. This is the Bitcoin epoch candles, which means every candle is from halving to halving. So that's 2010 to 2012. The first halving was only 2 years. Then 2012 to 2016, 4 years. 2016 to 2020. 2020 to 2024, and now we started a new halving period at the opening price of 64,978. That was in April 2024, where we will close in 4 years time in 2028. If you just look at these candles, yes, they become smaller. It was 5,000%, it became 1,200%, it became 600%. Maybe this only becomes 350%, which would lead to almost 200K. But it means that the next 4-year candle also will be green. And the next 4-year candle also will be green. We will slowly be growing to a Bitcoin price of more than $1 million per Bitcoin, guys. That's just how it is. Just accept it. Just start to buy Bitcoin. Add to your portfolio. We will give you the signals in the VIP group, but also in my YouTube video, when I'm exiting the market into stable coins, taking some profits to buy back the bear market bottom again in the end of 2026, beginning of 2027. That's how sure I am about those dates, guys. If you want to know more about that, join the VIPs at didibambam.me. I hope you really enjoyed the charts, guys. Yes, short term, a lot of volatility, a lot of trading possibilities for all the investors, amazing dips to keep adding to your portfolio. I hope you really enjoyed these charts, zooming out a little bit, beautiful perspective, where we are in the market, where we will go in the next couple of 12 months. I believe that will be the top, September-ish 2025 or later than that. So we have still a lot of moments of euphoria, of happiness, of partying, of popping off 100K champagne bottles, whatever you do to celebrate that Bitcoin is going up. I think the next 12 months will be one big bullish party, guys. Now, let's jump into the last part, the inspirational quote. In the inspirational quote, I don't have a real quote, I just want to talk about our lifestyle, which we refer to as a minimalistic lifestyle. Also, the news article yesterday said, hey, they live a minimalistic lifestyle. And then I saw a shitload of comments down below that news article that made me believe that people really don't understand what a minimalist lifestyle means, and also that we are still really early in this industry, because a lot of people still really don't understand Bitcoin, still call it a casino, still call it multi-level marketing, still call it whatever they want to call it, a scam, while they also should have seen presidents all over the world talking about Bitcoin. the biggest investment companies talking about Bitcoin. So I really don't understand why they don't have the knowledge, but that's why I started the new platform DidiBamBam.me to educate those people with baby steps from the complete beginning. What is crypto? Why does it exist? What could it do for the world? Etc. Go to DidiBamBam.me if you are one of those naysayers down below the article that really don't understand what Bitcoin is. Now, the second thing I'm going to take out of that news article and turn into the inspirational quote is, people really don't understand what it means to be a minimalist. A minimalist is not a poor person. Most very rich people that I know, for example, Elon Musk and a couple of other of those, are minimalists. And what that means is they are filthy rich, but they don't spend too much of their wealth to materialistic stuff like houses or multiple cars, Lamborghinis, airplanes, yachts, all of that stuff. They use that stuff. We also use that stuff. As you can see, we use a beautiful house. As you also see in our YouTube videos, we use beautiful yachts. We drive beautiful cars. We visit beautiful countries. We fly beautiful airplanes, but we don't own them. We don't want to own them. A minimalist doesn't want to own all that materialistic baggage, that luggage that is pulling you down, that weight that is pulling you back, not making you flexible. And for me, flexibility is the new stability. So we want to stay flexible, and that's the perfect combination with a minimalist lifestyle. We don't need to own all of that stuff because nowadays there is a sharing, lending economy where you can use whatever you want for a certain amount of time just by paying for it. And that is the perfect combo for a Bitcoiner to be a minimalist. As all our capital is in Bitcoin, and it keeps growing automatically with a CAGR of 40% a year, our purchasing power increases tremendously. Every year we will be able to buy more and more with our Bitcoins. So that also means that investment in Bitcoin is outperforming all the other stuff I could also be buying with those Bitcoins. I could be buying a house, but a house will be outperformed by Bitcoin. The return on investment of owning a house, the stress, the rules, the shit, all of that, aside of that, still Bitcoin is outperforming financially the housing market as well, the real estate market. I could own a Lamborghini, I could own another car, I could own an airplane, a yacht, a helicopter, but what if I just use it 3-4 times a year? It doesn't really matter. If I want to use it for a couple of days, I will rent it from all the return of investment that I make from my Bitcoins. That capital keeps growing. Sometimes I need a little bit of capital to do some crazy luxury stuff, but I don't need to own it. Why would you want to own all that materialistic stuff if you do know it is all short-term happiness? You buy a new iPhone, 2 weeks later, new iPhone comes out, that old one, doesn't make you happy anymore. The new one is now making you happy. Well, that was the one that you really wanted to have. You wanted to have your first Lamborghini? You buy your first Lamborghini, 3 weeks later, maybe I need to buy a newer Lamborghini, a newer car, a newer watch. All of that stuff, you keep fulfilling your short-term happiness while you neglect your internally happiness that is there for the long term. So for our family and myself, it became a little bit more easy to live a minimalist lifestyle, not based on greed, a little bit more based on love, a little bit more based on seeing time as the most precious asset in our life, not cars, not houses, not money, not Bitcoin. Time is the most precious asset, and that is way more easy to focus on as a minimalist because you don't need to worry about all those shit that you own that you don't give a fuck about. You own it because you think other people give a fuck about it. Just be honest. Why would you do that? That is my lesson today for minimalism, guys. Yes, we choose to be minimalist and not own anything, but it doesn't mean we don't live life to the fullest and enjoy it to the fullest and all the experiences we can do because our capital is growing tremendously in Bitcoin. Now, That was everything, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news, the charts, and of course the inspirational quote? Thanks for listening and watching, and see you tomorrow again. Bam.